So these questions, if you've made it this far, you're probably thinking, man, these are weird questions, super difficult. And that's true. They are a pain to deal with because sometimes there's pictures, sometimes there's not, and you've really got to think about what's going on. So this one says a bakery sells hollow chocolate spheres. The larger diameter of each sphere is 4. The thickness of the chocolate of each sphere is 0.5. Determine and state the number of tenth of a cubic centimeter, the amount of chocolate in each hollow sphere. Okay, so basically, and again, how am I going to draw this? All right, basically, I have a sphere. Okay, and a sphere kind of looks like that. And it's just a chocolate-like edge. And then in the center, it has kind of a hole. So there's just chocolate like out here around the edge. So what I have to do is take a sphere and I have to subtract out another sphere. And this is why this is complicated because, how do you picture it? What are you looking at? If I kind of look at this thing from the inside, so I cut this in half, it would look like this. This would be chocolate. And then this is empty. Okay, that's empty in there. All right, so it says the larger diameter of each sphere is 4. So it's going to be 4/3 times pi times 4 to the third. And then 4/3 times pi times something to the third. Okay, well, the something is take the 4 and subtract how much chocolate there is. It says the thickness of the chocolate is 0.5. So this is 4 minus 0.5, or 3.5. So the hollow sphere on the inside would have a radius of 3. Oh, almost got myself. Diameter of each sphere is 0.5. Okay, so the diameter is 4. So that means the radius is 2. All right, so I just almost missed that. So the radius is 2. The thickness is 0.5, so this is going to still be minus 0.5, but it's going to be 2 minus 0.5, which is going to be 1.5. Again, and if you've watched a lot of these videos, you see me make mistakes like this all the time. I fix them in the video rather than make a new video because I want you to see this stuff is hard. Okay, I could use a answer key that I wrote and read it and have checked it 6 times, or I can show you that mistakes get made. You got to read things as you go. So I'm going to put that into my calculator. So 4/3 times pi times 2 to the third minus 4/3 times pi times 1.5 to the third. Make sure I got that right. All right, so each sphere has 19.373. 19.373, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's the volume of one. Oh, it says nearest tenth. Sorry, 19.4. All right, that's how much chocolate is in each sphere. All right. Second part says the bakery puts 8 of them in a box, gives me a density. So let's go ahead and multiply this by 8. All right, so I'm going to take that number and multiply it by 8. So enter times 8, 154.985, 154.985, blah, blah, blah. That's the volume. It says the density of the chocolate is that. Density equals mass over volume. 1.308 equals mass over 154.985, blah, 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 over 1, cross multiply. Mass equals that number times 1.308 gives me 202.720, 202.720, blah, blah, blah. Nearest gram, 203 grams. Okay, and that's an example right there of if you use the cross multiply thing, I'm okay. If you're like, do I multiply or divide? Multiply. Okay, almost every time. You should rarely be dividing. If you're dividing, you should be super specific about why.